31 degrees, 30.4 degrees now, not too bad. Heading for a high, well I'm saying 35 degrees today. I think we're going to get there. Weatherman said 27, way past that, knew he was wrong, literally. It is Monday, 2nd of December, and well, I suppose we better do this. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. Got to welcome everybody along on Facebook Live this morning. So very, very happy to have you. And I tell you what, if you're a first time viewer, well, a very special welcome to you. And I tell you what, why not do this? Why not sub, thumb, bell? Bingo. Bell notifications when we have important people. And believe me, you're going to absolutely love this, because today we're all the way over in Tennessee, possibly New York, I'm not sure, I'm going to figure that one out yet. Adam Michael Allison is joining us, and you're going to love his work. You really, really are, because believe me, I do. I really, really do. Let me just try and get that up here. Oops, whatever that was. It's not working properly. And yeah, we'll try that one instead. There we go. Better.
That's
Some lady in weird pants. That's right. Tell you what, let's kick the show off here at Galaxy. Is Adam Michael Allison is bottom. I don't know what that was. It was weird. Gosh. Joe Levy. Joe Levy is joining us. Nice to have Joe Levy joining us. Welcome back, Joe. Nice to have you on board, it really is. I see Nat Enough's watching, the boss is watching, I better be good, really. And CC Critter, you got to watch out for that guy too. He's, So, welcome to Galaxy. I've got to say, first of all, welcome to the family, brother. It's nice to have you on board.
Thank you. Appreciate having me.
Ah, believe me, it's an absolute pleasure, and believe me, I'm very, very humbled to meet you. As I say, I've been an engineer now for 40, almost 47 years, and every now and again there's an artist, and believe me, I've worked with some of the best artists in the world, some of the biggest names in the world, and
certainly
worked with some of the best studios in the world as well, not only as front of house, but as studio engineer. And Adam, every now and again something stands out, and you know, I got that with your music. I thought, you know, I want to know a little bit more about you, so I thought, Barbara, let's do an interview, literally. So I'm fascinated, I really am. I'm going to ask you about your recording studios, who's producing you, who's mastering everything like that, but I think we should give them a shout out as we go through this as well.
Absolutely.
We will also, it's inevitable, because believe me, people ask us to find out if you're on any of the social medias and whether you respond, stuff like that. I'll go through that with you as well. Probably, and you pretty much guarantee it, somebody out there's going to ask for merch. You know, how do we buy your merch? So you can guarantee that one's going to come up as well.
Absolutely.
Do you remember Darth Vader from?
Oh, absolutely, 100% know who Darth Vader is.
Yeah, well, you remember that lightsaber wandy thing of his? Yeah,
Absolutely.
That's like this thing here with Barbara. I've got to be very quick, otherwise I'm going to lose an appendage.
That sounds like fun.
Oh yeah. Oh, believe me, you don't have to be nuts to work here, but God, it helps.
Hey, Franco.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107, and today, believe me, absolutely love this, and believe me, I think you're going to as well. We're going to be talking to Adam Michael Allison. Adam, are you in Tennessee or are you in New York?
I'm in Tennessee. Right now I'm in Chattanooga, Tennessee, which is right at the mountains and the streams in Tennessee, as you would say.
Very, very cool. Nice place, Tennessee. I've been there a couple of times. Excuse me. And, yeah, very, very nice place. But you're also from New York. Which part of New York are you from?
I'm not from New York. I'm actually a little bit from everywhere. I do travel to New York quite a bit. We'll be going in a couple of weeks, but New York's my favorite place to be.
Okay, well, it's just it's got written here, New York, and I thought, well, okay, got to find out about that. Believe me, have you played at the Garden in New York?
I have not played at the Garden. Not that big yet. Not that big.
Okay. I've worked at the Garden. I've done shows there with bands there before in the past.
Amazing. Yeah, I've seen a lot of shows there. Never gotten to play there.
Believe me, you will enjoy the experience when it happens, and I'm pretty sure it's going to sooner or later, because I kind of feel that you're on the precipice of making that next big step. I really do, and I think you're right there. Anyway, we opened up the show, Adam, and I've got to welcome you along to the show, literally, and thank you for joining us. It's a pleasure to have you.
Pleasure to be here.
We started with Bottom. You want to tell me about Bottom? Please, tell me about the lyrics of this.
Yeah, so it started off with a conversation. I wrote that with the amazing Amber Carrington Lewis, another Chattanooga artist here. She was on The Voice. She is a brilliant writer, and I love working with her. And we were talking about just how much simpler it is to be off the stage than it is on the stage sometimes because of the expectation of those things. And that's where that song came out of.
But you know something, I fully understand. I really, really do. But having said that, now I've got to ask, really, and let's set the scene here. Bands on stage, crowd is getting all electrified right now, lights are going off, smoke everywhere as you walk on stage. But just prior to walking on stage, do you get the butterflies?
I actually don't. I wish I did. A lot of people talk about that, but I've never gotten them. My typical go-to when I get on stage is laughter. So I get this little chuckle about me, you know, and I giggle a little bit, and off we go. I've never really gotten the butterfly experience, but I wish I did.
Well, you know something, I've got to be honest with you, I'm very, very comfortable in front of a crowd, you know, 50,000, 100, 120,000, 200 plus, no worries. Put me in a room of 70-year-olds and I'm stuffed.
Me too.
It's happened. It really has happened, literally. You see, my association, a lot of it, literally is music, right? I use it as a tool. I use it every day. I use it, you know, to talk to people about and play. So I had to go and literally do a speech for a room full of retiree business people who wanted to know how come Galaxy is so successful. And I just stood there and went, I don't know quite what to say. I went and spoke to my staff that were with me at the time, and they said, well, why not do an interview? Why not show them? Instead of talking about it, why not show them how successful Galaxy is? So we whipped up a couple of artists pretty much straight away, whacked in a couple of computers, you know, monitors, stuff like that, threw it up on big screens, and before you know it, everybody there, besides, I was told, you know, if you're that uncomfortable, just think of them naked. Well, that scared the hell out of me.
Yeah, that can be pretty scary.
It can be. It really can, especially the little old lady in the corner that's sitting there winking at you all the time. You just got to wonder about that one. But, you know, we got there, and I used a couple of friends of ours that we have done interviews with in the past to be able to get through it. By the end of it, everybody fully understood why Galaxy is so successful as what it is. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But honestly, standing there by myself trying to explain stuff, yay, worst nightmare in my world, literally. Franco Nanucci's joining us. Hello, Franco. Nice to have you on board. Ron Barrett, and loving your work right now. I really, really am. Love playing it. Bobby Gross is watching us. Bob, nice to have you on board. It really, really is. Today we're talking to Adam Allison. You don't mind if I shorten the name instead of Adam Michael?
No, go for it. Go for it. No worries.
Cool, because I hate it when people call me by my full name. I think I'm in trouble. Really?
I'm used to being in trouble, so it's not a big deal.
Oh, okay, you will. Honestly, my mum used to call me by my full name. I knew to duck immediately.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
As soon as mum comes out with the full name, I'm in trouble. I'm out of here. Literally. Really.
Certainly.
So, I got to ask you, and Shona, coming out of Washington State, is asking, Adam, how long have you been singing? How long have you been a performer?
I've been performing since I was 20 years old, so we're looking at 24 years, probably earlier than that, but like as a musician on stage in front of crowds and with people, about 24 years.
Very, very cool. Well, I'll tell you what, myself, I kind of picked up that you were a very, very seasoned professional when I heard your music, and I've got to be honest with you, it's not easy getting not only played here at Galaxy, but getting an interview. It's almost impossible. It is. Barbara gets about 200 submissions a day. And
wow, that's incredible.
We are very, very, very happy to announce that we only play the best indie artists in the world. So you've ticked all the boxes.
Very honored. Thank you very much. Very honored.
You got past the board, which is a difficult one. Believe me, they are only concerned about our image, if you know what I mean. So
absolutely.
Believe me, once you've got past Barbara and a red pen, the production and the board comes to me, literally. And Barbara hands me a little USB device that I literally play in my car. Now, I get no information, nothing. I don't know the name of the song and I don't know the artist performing it. All I get is the music. But that now gives me a chance to base whether or not I want to do an interview with that. And believe me,
certainly,
I have a kick-ass stereo in my car, I really do. So when I very first heard your music, I literally pulled over in the side of the road and turned back that particular track that I was listening to at the time. I thought, I want to know more. So I'm going to ask you, Adam, tell me about Closer.
So Closer, the producer that produced the record, he and I were sitting in the studio. We work out of the acclaimed Deadbird Studios here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Dran Lewis produces all of the music for myself, him and Michael Kite, both incredible. We're sitting down and Dran's like, I have this guitar riff. And I was like, okay, let's hear the guitar riff. And so the riff started, which is the intro riff and I said, I love it. Let's write it. And so we sat down and we wrote that entire song in about 15 minutes and then just, right to it. It just, when a riff happens, I'm a guitar player, he's a guitar player, so kind of a departure a little bit from our normal sound, but the riff just lived, if you know what I mean, and that kind of took over.
Well, I go with and believe me, I speak to artists and I speak to musicians every day, literally, and they say, Grant, I wrote it on a McDonald's napkin in 5 minutes. These are the tracks, would you believe, that have the longevity with us here at Galaxy. I don't know what it is. Some artists, they'll mull over a song for about 10 years. Flat.
Certainly will.
It goes nowhere. The ones that they've written down while the kids are in the play park at McDonald's, on the McDonald's napkin, goes through the roof, literally. And I got to be honest with you, here at Galaxy, Closer right now, 1,744 requests so far and climbing. So it is making inroads. You're right here at Galaxy, joined today by Adam Allison. You're right here with Closer on Galaxy. Oof. Gosh, it is getting hot in here. It is. Wow.
32.
32 degrees, yeah. Not too far, 33 now. Not too far off my prediction. Then yours, 36. Have we got the Kiwi air conditioning working? Cool, the windows are open. Awesome.
Cool it off.
We used to be in another building up until the zombie apocalypse thing called the COVID virus thing happened.
Yeah.
And the board and myself, we decided, why the hell are we paying rent when we can buy a building, So we went and bought a building.
Certainly.
We moved into here. And as we were moving in here, one of the guys from the board said to me, it's going to get hot in here. I went, it is. It's going to get real hot. He says, do you want a fan? I went, yeah, love one. He goes, what sort would you like? And I went, Well, 6'2", blonde, blue-eyed, comes from Sweden, about 18, can do this all day. They got me a gold ear. The sales pitch.
Well, I mean, it keeps the heat down. I mean, that's for sure.
Well, I don't know, actually. I think it just circulates hot air in here at the moment. But the sales pitch was, it oscillates.
It oscillates. Yeah,
Yay!
That's a good sales pitch.
Yeah, no, I preferred mine. I think the wife had something to say about it, though. Don't know. I think she went, no, he's not getting that. Oh, you're about to throw something. Hey, see what I mean?
There it is.
A dart.
Pepper airplane.
Yay.
Get it. Crash and burn, huh?
No lead in that
Do you
one.
have time to do that?
Yeah.
How many countries are tuned in right now?
170.
170 countries.
So we're like,
Wow.
Not bad. How many
it's a
cities?
record. It's a record.
It's a record.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
170 is a record.
Yeah. 1734.
Is-
It's also a record.
How many
1734.
cities?
Yeah.
Not 71.
Hang on.
Have a look. Read it properly. 71, 34.
1825.
1825.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh,
Yeah. But when up?
that's right. And I'm going to get stick for this all day
Yeah,
now.
all the
Twice.
time.
Twice I have forgotten to turn the mic on. Yeah, and they're already laughing in the fishbowl. So, yeah, I know that I'm going to have to put at least a couple of dollars in the jar. Yeah, we have two tip jars. One is for swearing and one is for Grant not turning the microphone through interviews. And yeah, that one's
Yeah.
Trying to
kind
get a couple of jars then.
Every time.
yeah, the thing about this, and I'm going to be straight up, it goes to the Christmas fund.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I'm never invited though. I don't know why.
'Cause you look at
Well, I mean, you're the one that pays for the party.
Yeah, well, this is true. Yeah, the thing too is, and this happens every year, and it happened again just last week. We have our last board meeting for the year, and of course we start to decide who's going to be the skeleton crews here to see us through the festive season. You know, everybody else goes on holiday.
Yeah.
There's got to be at least a few guys here making sure the equipment's running to optimum, right? So everybody
Absolutely.
writes down a name and puts it in a hat, and before you know it, shuffles around. Well, out of 24 people, there was only one name in the hat, and guess whose name that was?
Had to be yours.
Absolutely, mine. I didn't think I would. Honestly, I know I'm skinny, but I didn't think I was a skeleton crew.
I wish I was as thin as you, my friend. I wish I was as thin as you.
And believe me, you can't fatten a thoroughbred, let's put it that way. It could be fate. Could be fate. In fact, there's a good segue. Tell me about fate.
So, Fate was my childhood best friend, also named Adam. Had a tragic ending to his life, and for me, the song was written about that, about staying one more round, having one more conversation, spending time with the people you love, giving them your attention, and so that's what Fate was all about. Was about that one last moment.
Absolutely love it, love it, love it. And when we come back, of course, yes, we got those questions coming up. How do we get hold of you? You're right here at Galaxy with with Adam Allison. I'm going to drop the Michael. Yes, Fate. Sorry, I had somebody talking to me in my headphones at the same time.
All good.
Adam, I got to ask you a question now. Believe me, I've been trying to get to the bottom of a myth for about 10 years, okay?
Yeah.
And I ask everybody. I really do. So, by any chance, you're not a vegan, are you?
I'm not.
You're not.
I'm not.
You're a meatologist like me?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You can't tell? I mean, look at me.
Have you ever tried a vegan sausage?
I don't think that I have. Honestly, I don't know that I have. I have done the Impossible Burger, which is the vegan burger before. I've tried that before. It wasn't terrible. I've never tried the sausage, though. Pretty good?
Well, I don't know. You see, I'm trying to figure out if they're made of real vegans or not.
I mean, that would be a rough ending.
Kind of. Yeah, kind of.
You better talk to Ken Meek and
I don't understand
in the
why
weekend.
vegans are so against, cows. I mean, they're vegans in their own right.
They are, but cows are vegetarians.
And
Herbivores.
I had a sign out at my front gate a couple of days ago saying, I got a whole vegan smorgasbord, just all you have to do is bring your scissors and come and help me with the grass.
Goodness gracious.
I did actually. Here is actually a truthful one. I got a friend of mine who really is a vegan, and I said to her one day, do you guys ever get together, you vegans, and go out and have a good time? Go and have a few drinks at the pub? And she goes, yeah, why? I says, because all I ever see is you guys on the news.
Oh, no. Oh, goodness.
But, there is kind of... Do you drink by any chance?
I don't anymore.
You don't?
Most of it just, weight loss and trying to keep the, as you get older, you got to keep the pounds off,
Yeah.
But never was much of a drinker.
Okay, well, that was me too. I don't drink either at the moment. But,
At the moment.
at the moment, I mean, we used to drink. We almost got fired for drinking on here, Barbara. Come on, we used to. So, I'm a recovering drinker, let's put it that way. But, my question is, I don't know whether you call them saloons, pubs, or taverns, or whatever, right?
We have all of the above.
Okay, but I presume in your country, you're only allowed to have a certain amount before you can drive, right?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. You got to be responsible.
Okay, so why the hell do they put car parks around pubs?
It's a good question. That's a good question that I don't have an answer to. I mean, they don't in the bigger cities, but in Tennessee we definitely do.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's a place for the cops to sit across the road and catch you. Don't worry.
That's I mean, if the officer needs to, I don't doubt it.
Well, it's either that or it's a meeting place for Uber.
This is true. This is true.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and today we're talking to Michael Allison, coming out of, Adam, yeah, Adam.
Adam Allison.
These guys are laughing at me and it's really distracting. I got to be on. Adam Michael Allison coming out of course, today, Tennessee. Can't nail him down. We can't really tell whether he's from Tennessee, from New York, or anywhere in between. He won't give me an affirmative. But I tell you what, he's got great music. He really, really does. And I've got to ask you, now, a young lady coming out of Washington State by the name of Pauline is asking, and I knew it was going to come up, how do we get hold of you? Are you on Facebook? Are you on X? Are you a talker? But more importantly, do you respond?
Absolutely do. You can find me, Adam Michael Allison, on Instagram, Adam Michael Allison on Facebook, AdamMichaelAllison.com. website, which has all of my socials linked to it and all of the music links linked to it, as well as we did a live video, a live session video with Promotion LLC out of Knoxville, Tennessee, not too long ago. That's on the sites if you want to check it out. It's a live session. We did 4 tunes, 2 from this album and 2 from the upcoming album. So we're really excited about that as well. And so you can find me at any of those places. And yes, I will chat back. Absolutely will.
Well, you know, now you're going to get about 5,000 people. You have nothing else to do except that you get sore thumbs anyway. Rachel coming out of North Carolina, out of Charlotte, North Carolina. There, I got it in. Rachel is asking, tours. You're about to go into wintertime now, I presume. So I presume now would be the time to start getting creative, writing music. Have you got anything coming up for the forthcoming summer?
We're going to go out in the winter and in the spring. So 2 dates in Knoxville, Tennessee coming out. We're booking through and routing tours through the southeast of the United States, so North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee, Kentucky, and Virginia is what it looks like right now. We will be playing at South by Southwest in Austin, Texas this year. So we'll do 3 nights at South by Southwest. So we've got some good things brewing. And yeah, you're right. We just finished recording our next 2 EPs. So we're going to release 5 songs in March and 5 songs in June. The new single will be coming out January 7th.
Well, Adam, I'm going to be straight up right now and say, gosh, I hope you're going to pass some on to us. Come back for another interview.
Oh, absolutely. You guys are first pass for sure.
Absolutely. Love that. Love that. Love that. So, I'm not going to say anything smart except for go. Tell me about go.
You know, go's about that piece of life where you're trying to figure out what's next. How you're getting from point A to point B, right? And I think a lot of times, you know, in life, you kind of run into a lot of the wrong people to find the right people, right? And go's just about that. It's about letting go of the things that you need to let go of to move on to the greater things that you're being prepared for.
You know, love it, love it, love it. You're right, here we go. See with Adam Allison. Here's go. Guys making fish faces in the fishbowl. Sorry, guys. Adam, honestly, I absolutely love this in your bio, and I think everybody should hear this. I really should. For me, the journey isn't just about making music. It's about staying true to the power of connection, collaboration, and creativity. I believe in the power of music to inspire, uplift, and bring people together. And I'm grateful each and every day for the chance to share this passion with the world. Thank you for being a part of the journey. Let's create something unforgettable together. Adam, I want to talk to you after we do this because I would like to pass you on to another media that can promote you a little bit more than what we can here. I am going to ask you if you, next time you're near a recordable 58, how would you like to do me some voice drops saying, hi, it's Adam, you know, you can hear me on Galaxy, something like that.
I'll do them tonight for you.
Awesome. Brilliant. Brilliant. MP3, please. MP3.
Absolutely. Can
Brilliant.
do. We'll
Brilliant. And be creative.
Thank you.
And
Absolutely.
People usually say, sure, write something down, let me know what you... No, because then it all comes out the same and everybody's saying the same thing. So we usually say, be creative, you know, show us a bit of personality. We would be more than happy to play it because the more times people hear your name and hear your voice, the more times they go and find out a little bit about you. You know what I mean?
Certainly, and I really appreciate that. You know what you guys are hitting on in that collaboration. You know, I had early on I had some big label moves, and you know how it went down in 2000s and shifting tides, and I took some of that, you know, that brain that I was blessed with and went into business and did some business things, always keeping young artists with me, and I was young at the time, but helping guys make more sustainable efforts because music's hard to make a living at. It really is. And so doing those things, what I really found was there's this principle that anywhere we go, whether we're touring, whether I'm working in business, whether I'm working in music, and it's this collaboration is greater than cooperation. Absolutely. And we really enjoy that. So we really believe that. Our band believes that, and the team behind me, that's how we work every day in and day out is that concept, that collaboration is what keeps us moving.
Adam, you're going to love what I'm going to say to you after this. We really will. By the way, we'll take some pickies and put it all together. You'll get a copy of everything we do today. Barbara,
okay.
Put it into a movie. Believe me, I usually say, fair enough, show it to friends and family. They'll automatically love it because it's you.
Hi, Jodie.
But I usually say, show it to somebody you don't like.
Love to Susan.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. Jake Wilson's watching. Nice to have you on board, Jake. Kelly Lewis is watching. Nice to meet you, Kelly. And good friend of Galaxy, of course, we're talking about Jody Medford, coming out of North Carolina. Hello, buddy. Nice to have you on board. We must go fishing one day. And Tone Travellers is watching as well. Nice to have you on board. Thank you for joining us. Now, today we're talking to Adam Allison, coming today out of Tennessee. Kind of think, maybe, no, might be lying. You never know. He won't admit to it, but, okay, fair enough. But Adam, I got to ask you, my friend, believe me, I'm absolutely fascinated with your work and everything that's involved in this. I think maybe, just maybe, we should give everybody behind the scenes a bit of a shout out. Where are you getting everything recorded?
Absolutely. I want to give a big shout out first and foremost to my wife, Kelly. Kelly, I know you're listening. I love you. Who is always in my corner. Dran Lewis, who has produced not only the album that you're hearing today, but albums that are forthcoming in the next couple of weeks. Michael Kite, Zach Loveless, Laud Vaught, Matt Murr, Sean Combs, some of the band that tours live with us, Drake Barker, Mitchell Goodsell. We love you all. We thank you all. And, first and foremost, James Gilly, my manager, him and Clay Newman, they manage me. They're amazing. Promotion LLC, Driver Seat Entertainment, and last but not least, Rock Ridge Radio and Curtain Call Records. I couldn't do this without you. We love you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, well, I got to be honest with you. Curtain Call are the ones that got in touch with us, said, hey, listen, you've really got to have a look at this. And, well, look where we're at. Kelly, nice to meet you. Really, really is. Didn't realise. I really didn't. So I hope I've been a good boy. I really do. And if not, I want to know why. In fact, there's a good segue. Tell me about why.
Why is that, you always have those relationships in your life, whether it's business or personal, that sometimes you walk away from, and you got to burn that bridge to make sure, things, you don't go back to the wrong thing the wrong way. And so that's what why it's all about.
Gotcha. Absolutely understand that. You're joined by Adam Allison. Here's Why on Galaxy. Really is. Hey, you feeling, bro? You're okay?
Yeah, I'm great. How are you?
Oh, I'm nervous.
Getting
as hell.
warmer, huh?
Oh, I'm nervous as hell, I tell you. It is getting warmer here. Dear. Much respect to you. I've heard that you're a routine naval serviceman.
I am. I did. So after kind of the label bout and that whole, shifting of tides, I had an undergraduate degree. I wanted a graduate degree. The Navy was the way to go. Mm-hmm. I'm fourth generation Navy. My brother is serving currently. My dad served. My grandfather served. All of my uncles served. I'm very, very fortunate to be in that proud heritage that got to serve my country. I'm very proud of that. I try not to wear it as a badge of honor, but a badge of humble service, to a nation that really gives me the opportunity to do these things. So, very grateful that I got that to serve.
Very, very much respect to you. Barbara's husband is a former Navy person himself.
Amazing.
I'm Air Force, unfortunately.
Yeah. Air Force, just as much. Service members are service members. That's a sacrifice.
Yeah, I was a flight lieutenant in the Air Force here in New Zealand, so I did get to do overseas service. I just never got to see any active service. Would you believe? I sat on a roller rolling an airport in Fiji. That was my active service.
I mean, that sounds like a pretty good job.
It wasn't. Well, let's put it this way. I had to have my rifle with me at all given times.
Yeah.
But I didn't have to always wear a shirt.
Hey, that's brilliant.
Yeah, I loved it. Absolutely loved it. And the little village just not too far away was always entertaining.
I understood.
It really was. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and today we're talking to Adam Allison, coming out of Tennessee, we kind of presume, and why, of course, one of his greatest tracks here at Galaxy. In fact, Adam, I've got to let you know, 1,821 requests for why, and that's why we've left it to the end, because believe me, it's your most requested track right now. Now, having said that, Adam, you were mentioning that you've got a few things in the can coming up in the near future.
Yeah.
So we would love to have you back. Will you come back again?
Oh, certainly. Absolutely would. Would love to do that. Spend some more time with you guys.
Yeah, and you're a bit of, you're self-serving really, aren't you? You got to put up with this. This is unfortunate for you. But for me, I am so very, very humbled to meet you. Got to say hi to Stephen Berg, who's on board, and Steve Schmidt as well. Nice to have you guys joining us today. Believe me, absolutely fantastic, because today we're talking to Adam Allison, coming out of Tennessee. David Krantz is joining us right at the death there as well. So may I wish you, and of course Kelly, a very, very safe and happy festive season. I hope you have a very happy and Merry Christmas. And
you as well.
Got to ask you though, have you got any festive shows on? Are you doing anything special for the New Year's?
Actually, the 2nd and 3rd, I'll be playing in Knoxville, Tennessee. So I'm going to play 2 nights. But as far as like what we're doing as a family for the holidays, we're going to go up to New York, spend some time with my brother and his wife and our nephew. See the great Rockefeller tree. We do it every year. We spend a lot of time in New York and just love it. And so we're going to go do that. But as far as music goes, we're coming out with a new single in January, so that's going to drop. And then, show, play, music.
Brilliant. And I'm looking forward to hearing your new stuff in the new year, and we'd love to have you back again, Adam. I really would. But in the meantime, that does wrap it up for us for another day. Please join us, that's me and Barbara, tomorrow morning on the breakfast show between 5:30 in the morning and 10. And believe me, I'm sure Barbara's going to be up to give me a bit of stick tomorrow. I'm pretty sure of that. But in the meantime, have a very happy and successful day. Stay safe. And from me and the rest of the crew, happy radio, everyone.